This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, live from the bed. That's it. Man, I was just watching this Beterbiev versus Bivol face off, and and I decided, you know what? Let's go live because this is the first time I'm beginning to watch it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's already some funny moments in this fight, or in this face off rather, that I want to cover. So, but what's sad is like this fight here is like probably going to be one of the best fights of the year. It probably means the most for boxing behind Usyk versus Tyson Fury. And a lot of people like it's kind of under the rug, so to speak. A lot of people don't know about it, and we should. Okay, because Beterbiev versus Bivol, two undefeated guys, same place, same origin. Even though they live in different places now, they're from the same place. They're on the same national team. These guys, they don't supposedly know each other personally, but they know each other. Okay, they know each other, and we're about to find out. You guys, when you come in, hit that like button because we're about to start this thing, and I'm not waiting about bars. All right, let's start this thing. If you guys want to watch along, it's on TNT Sports Boxing. That's where I'm going to be watching it. So you guys can go over there and turn on your TV with this device and watch along. And let's. You ain't gonna have that either. Okay. All right. Let's get this started. Let's see if it looks better here. Maybe looks better here. Yeah. More light. Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Having a lazy day, man. I worked out like early this morning, like 3 in the morning, my time. So, I'm just chilling in the bed, man. Got some vids out. So I hope you guys enjoy that. But let's start this Beterbiev versus Beterbiev face off. And I'm just reading the body language in the room, and the body language is hilarious from Beterbiev. That dude, he's probably one of those quiet comedian cats. The way he acts, his expressions and stuff like that. So let's check it out. All right, let's go. One of the great pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
For the very first time in boxing history, there will be just one unified, undisputed light heavyweight world champion. It's the first time in the 4-belt era that all those belts will, in theory, leave with one man. Both of these men, both world champions, both undefeated, both brilliantly smart at boxing, both with great amateur pedigree, great records, and both with the ability to end a fight with just one punch from either hand. It's a delight and a pleasure to sit down in between. Well, I hope it's a delight and a pleasure to sit down in between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Welcome, fellas.
Man, first of all, let me stop it just for a second. It's almost these guys, they're not even looking at each other. It's almost like to look at each other is almost like impulsive, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I'd rather eat cat shit with a knitting needle type situation. You know what I mean? Because they don't even want to look at each other. One look this way, the other one looks that way. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want from me? So that's the first thing that I picked up on. Like Dmitry Bivol don't like enjoying looking at this dude, and then Artur is like, whatever, dude. Rather be picking my teeth somewhere. You know what I mean? At the bus stop. His body language and face-off and fighting style are polar opposites. Beterbiev in the ring is the definition of a killer. Man, the dude's a straight massacre.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's a straight up killer. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he is. And shout out to Steve Bunce for that. Ex-con, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Good morning to you, bro. Good morning to you, bro. Everything is great over here, man. I feel good. I can breathe, so that's getting better. And it's probably due to because it's getting colder because the temperature dropped yesterday. So I think the temperature is going where it's supposed to go. So that's clearing up the sinuses. So, nice update. Glad to give you guys a positive update. Kurt's almost back to get back to that 11, 12 videos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Bars. Free BBLDIDDY. No. Why? Beterbiev likes to do his talking with his fists. Counterpunch to you. Look at that. Skrilla 50 ain't taking no prisoners this morning. You ain't playing around. I'm not a kidding today. Weather has been abnormally warm for the Washington State, bro. Oh, man, you're in Washington State. You're near Seattle? If you're near Seattle, that's big, man. I gotta go to Seattle, bro. That's on my bucket list. I gotta go to Seattle. I gotta go to the Space Needle. I gotta see Bruce and Brandon's graves. Um, I don't know how far that is from Oregon, but I would like to see the last blockbuster video. Yep. So, uh, yeah, and shout out to Steve Bunce because this is the first time in a four belt era that we've ever seen, ever seen an undisputed light heavyweight champion. So let's continue.
Thank you very much indeed. So you're not friends, are you? It's not that you're enemies, but you're not friends. You haven't known each other for 15 years. You haven't been in different training camps together. You have spent no time together, correct?
We were in the same national team, but we were not friends, of course. Yeah.
In the ring, you're very professional. You don't get involved in all of the cheap talk, all of the silliness. Okay, but I can sense sitting here that you want to fight him and that you want to fight him. Is that fair? Is that true?
I don't want to fight with him. I mean, I need only another belt. I mean, I'm not focused of him or of fighter.
So it's just business with you?
It's not business. It's like I need another belt.
What about with you, Dimitri? Is it personal or just business?
No, of course it's not personal because I told before that I want to be undisputed. I want to fight for the belts, and this is my chance.
Have you ever had a fight where it's personal? Have you ever had an opponent as a professional where you didn't like it, where it was personal?
No, never I had it.
Never? It's just not your way?
So, for me, boxing is just a game. It's kind of my life, and the opponent, it's just opponent, nothing personal. Because every opponent has different personality, and I don't mixing business like sport, with the personal stuff.
You should step back from it.
Yeah, of course, you shouldn't.
And what about you, Otto? Have you had any of your opponents, 20 professional opponents, have you not liked them? Anyone?
Of course.
Which one?
Before fight, everyone likes.
Everyone dislikes.
I don't like him too.
So before the fight, you don't like him?
It's true, yes. It's true. It's my opponent.
he says, which one you don't like? He said, all of them. I don't like him too. Oh, let me make a poll, man. I'd hate for anyone to make a fight personal with Beterbiev. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it'll really matter. I think he's going to do, yeah, I don't think it will. I don't think it will matter, man. I just think Bivol's gonna do the same thing because I think that's just what he's geared to do. Can Bivol hurt Beterbiev? Beterbiev is a once in a generation type fighter. I got Beterbiev KO round 9. That's funny. You said that, ex-con. Kurt, this era of heavyweights is very good. Yeah, it's very good. We just have to have very marketable heavyweights that kind of blend in with the other ones. Because we got heavyweights from all over the world, and in this case, we have heavyweights from different places that we haven't heard of. So you have to keep in mind, like, the Klitschko's put the Ukraine on the map, because before that, who was the champion from the Ukraine? Who was the heavyweight champion from the Ukraine? I had Triple D KO round 7 over Joshua. Yeah, you were off 2 rounds. He did it in 2. He did it in 5. He did it in 5. Okay. But no, Bivels don't like nobody, you know. So let's go ahead and Ivan Dachenko is a very good heavyweight prospect from Kazakhstan. Okay. Kazakhstan in the building. Let's continue.
I'm coming here not for
friendship.
shake hand or be
But you,
friend.
but you, but you have shake. You will shake hands because you're gentleman.
I have shake because he give me shake. He give me hand, you know. That's why I give him shake hand.
So is that the state of mind you have to get to, Arthur? That you dislike him, you want to beat him, or whoever is in the other corner?
No, I mean just it's because of he's not my friend. He's my opponent. He tried to beat me. I tried to beat him too. Like it's very simple.
How is it at 39 that you are still so fresh? How do you do it?
I don't know. It's normal. Maybe good food. Maybe good sleep. I don't know.
And what about you, Dimitri? Do you think that perhaps at 39 it is maybe towards the end of Arthur's career? What do you think?
Every time when I'm going in the ring, I think that my opponent in the best shape in his life, and I don't think about how old is he, how many opponents he beat. I just think like he's the best now in his shape. It helps me to be focused.
What do you think is Arthur's best quality? Is it his head? Is it his physique? Is it his left hand, his right hand? What do you think? What does he do best?
He has everything, and the majority is power.
And what about you, Arthur? What does he do best?
I think he knows his best things and his weakness things. You know.
He knows them.
I think he knows.
You know them, but you won't tell me.
I don't know. I won't. Like I can say like he said like everything like, but it's not true.
It doesn't mean it
It's
is.
not true.
When you were in Riyadh and you bumped into each other, I saw it. It was filmed, and you shook hands. You looked at him. He looked at you. You were eyeing each other up, measuring each other up. Maybe knowing you would fight.
I felt that we will fight, and when I met him, I didn't look at him like you are telling.
Okay.
I just shake hands to the guy whom I know, whom I saw in my national team when I was amateur boxing.
Oh, why aren't they texting me back? Are they mad at me? Do they not like me anymore? And security asked for reassurance.
I was polite.
When's it gonna happen? I don't know. We talk about fight, but we never fight.
The 4 belts.
Yo, I have to say this though. I have to say this. In Riyadh, when they were both there, that was pretty much the start of something, because someone had to say something outside of the box. And Beterbiev did that. They're not trash talkers. Let's get it straight. So it wasn't like he did some Jarrell Miller, Tyson Fury like stuff. But what Beterbiev did do was he did lay down the law with the facts. He was like, you know what? They always talking about fighting me, but they don't want to fight me. The fight never gets made. You know, and it's crazy because we know these guys been around for a while now. Bivol's 33. When the first time you guys remember seeing Dmitry Bivol in the ring? When was the first time you ever seen him fight in the ring? Versus when was the first time you ever seen Beterbiev fight in the ring? Think about it. Ed Ellerby, if you seen my fight prediction, I break it all down. You know, Lawazi Fadana watching live from South Africa in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Marlon Thornell, good morning. Neither of those guys play. They straight bout that business. Marlon, you are so on point. Absolutely. Bivol kind of reminds me of Triple G with how he fights. You know what? Bivol and Beterbiev is kind of like a fusion version of Triple G, because Triple G kind of fights like Bivol in a sense of how he throws hooks and combinations. Now, I think as far as hooks go, Triple G throws more. He needs more leverage to get the power off those hooks, because Bivol hits hard. You know, you ask guys like Kovalev, the killer Kovalev, the killer slash drunk Mr. S.A. in Kovalev, that guy, he'll tell you. He sparred and he used to spar Triple G, and he said Triple G hits hard, bro. He said he hits hard. So there you go. Um, but no, I mean, I look at Bivol. Bivol kind of fights like Triple G and mixed with Usyk, or what's the other Alexander Volsnik. That's why they brought Volsnik in as a sparring partner for Canelo Alvarez in prep for Dmitry Bivol, because you know the styles were kind of similar. Even though I think Bivol's better than Volsnik, you know, and Volsnik's just older too, you know. By what round should Beterbiev get Bivol out of there before Bivol wins on points, or is it too late? No, I don't think it's ever too late for someone that doesn't know defeat, first of all, and someone that doesn't know how not to knock out someone. You know what I mean? It would be different if Beterbiev fought someone and mentally he knows what it's like to go to the scorecards. He doesn't know that. And I think because he doesn't know that, I don't think he has a limit or a level or a round or something systematic on how he does things. It just gets done because it's always just got done. And that's what his mindset is. Go in, find, kill, conquer. That's his thing, you know. Um but no, I think Beterbiev, you know, he won't have a ceiling. He won't have a limit to or a mindset like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the scorecards. No, every round is designed for him to find a way to catch you with that one shot, to then pile up on these other shots to do what you call an overkill situation, because that's all Beterbiev does. And when he beats you up and knocks you down, he's done it to people that has never done that to before. I remember Buddy McGirt saying, oh, he's a bulldozer. He's a pressure fighter bulldozer, which he's good at doing it. But at the same time, what is he going to do with somebody that got some power? Like Callum Smith did. Well, what happened? He destroyed Callum Smith. Callum Smith ain't never been stopped, dropped, and beat. See, Canelo broke bones and bruised bones and stuff like that with his punches, but he couldn't initiate any kind of knockout or knockdown. Okay, you need someone bigger, stronger, and a totally different animal when it comes to that type of stuff. And that different animal is Beterbiev. Beterbiev does it better. Okay, he's just a vicious beast. All right. If Bivol fights well, he should win in the 7th round or 8th round. I don't know. The only way that Bivol beats Beterbiev by 7 or 8, that means he has to hurt him and stop him. That means he has to surprise Beterbiev with shots that he just didn't see. Kurt, they should get rid of the cruiserweight division because majority of them are heavyweights. I mean, here's the thing. I would agree with that if they decide and agree to get rid of the Bridgerweight division, because you got to have either one or the other. You either have the cruiserweight or the Bridgerweight. You can't have both in the sport of boxing. One of those got to go. One of those got to go. Beterbiev gonna whoop some AS to the S. Absolutely. He showed real boxing skills against Callum Smith. Yeah, he did. And he caught Callum with a right hand that Callum never saw. And that same right hand that Anthony Yard never saw. You know, cruiser stays. Yeah. I mean, it's been around, so why wouldn't it stay? You know, even though it wasn't the most popular. And Usyk really didn't start getting his popularity until he went to a popular division, to keep it a buck. If he would have went to Bridgerweight, we wouldn't be talking about Usyk like we do, because it would have been a weight class that nobody's hardly in. That's how it works. He went to heavyweight. He became a star. Usyk became a star because he went to heavyweight, not because he went to Bridgerweight, not because he stayed in cruiserweight. He became a star because he went to a place full of stars. All right? So let's continue.
3, you have 1. Is it important to have all 4 belts to be the undisputed? Does that mean a lot to you?
Yeah, it's goal. Like that is goal in this category.
It's like soldier wants to be a general. This is the same. I don't need anything.
Distractions.
Yeah.
You just like to prepare for the fight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And so in fight week, it's not a good idea to sit you both down. So okay now.
I don't know what will what they will create, but I know this is the part of my job, which I don't like, to be honest. I like training, I like fighting, and I accept that. I have to do this interview. I have to come to London for this press conference because I was in my happy place in my training camp. But I know this is part of the business.
And are you the same, Marta? You have to do this, or do you enjoy this? You don't enjoy it?
Because it's my work.
Yeah.
Like I earn money by this job. That's it.
It's a hard job, boxing.
Yeah, maybe.
You said maybe.
It is a hard job, Dimitri. When you were growing up, when did you realize that you would be a professional boxer?
I don't.
Let me stop it right there for a minute. Both of these guys, you gotta respect that Eastern European mindset. They don't want to sit there. Like I told you from the very beginning when we started, when those guys sat down, they hardly ever looked at each other. It was almost like, you know what, this is a disrespect to even kind of sit here and look. This is a waste of time to sit here and look at this guy and this guy look at me. I'm looking at this guy. It's a waste of time. You know what I mean? So it's just like, Bivol was like, it takes me out of my happy place, so I don't even really want to be here right now. And Beterbiev was like, same here. I'm just doing it for the job because they wanted me to. I wouldn't really be here looking at this guy. I'm going to see him eventually anyway when I punch him in the face, and hopefully that will make him go down or do what it should do, you know. Um But I did like what Beterbiev did say. He was like, you know what? They were like, oh man, the boxing's hard. He was like, yeah, maybe. He was like, maybe. And he says that because when you knock somebody out and you bring them down to their destruction, bro, with a punch, you bring them down to their destruction. It gotta feel pretty good. You know what I mean? It's like, look, you say, oh, I don't like boxing. I don't like this, bro. Guys be knocking guys on the head and doing what they do. They're good at what they do. A lot of people like it. Spider Richards did a lot better job than Canelo did with Bivol. Mohammed Rayhan, Beterbiev, late stoppage, but it's a proper 50-50 fight. I think it's a proper 50-50 fight as long as it lasts. I mean, I think that's what we should remember messing with Beterbiev, because he's one of those guys that it's a high risk chance that this fight will be stopped. You know what I mean? And if it is stopped, if Bivol can't stop this man, and I'm going to tell you guys this right now, okay, because obviously enough of you guys jumped on here and asked me, what do you think? Okay, this is what I'll tell you, okay? I think you should watch the breakdown because it's like 11 minutes long. So I didn't spend that time re-asking or re-predicting what I think will win. I think you guys should watch the video. However, I will tell you this. If Bivol cannot take Beterbiev's shots, and I'm going to say this when it starts because I'm going to be live for this fight, of course. If he can't take those punches, okay, if he can't take those punches, he's finished. And he's going to be finished earlier than I predicted. I predicted a lot later. But if he can't take the shots, he's done. And I want you guys to pay attention to me. If he cannot take those punches from Beterbiev, he's finished. Because Beterbiev is not a guy that it's not like if he hits you in round one, Bivol is not like a Floyd that stops that shot for the rest of the fight. No, you're not going to do that with Bivol. You're going to get hit again and again and again. He's going to keep hitting you, and he's not going to stop. He's just going to find out an easier way to hit you or another way to hit you and hurt you. And if he hurt you with one and then he hurt you with another, what you think he's going to do? You think he's going to quit? No, he's going to commence doing that. That's why a guy with that mentality, with that savage killer mentality like Beterbiev has, that's how he gets all those knockouts. That's why he's had 20 fights. That's why he's had 20 knockouts. Because of that mentality. Because he knows, you know what? I got this guy with this punch. Let me try a left uppercut. And you know what? Let me throw a right hand and then let me go back down to the body with a left hook. Oh, the left hook dropped him. Okay. So then when he comes about, he gets back up. This is what I'm going to do to him. And it's just a systematic beating. And it's sporadic. It ain't something that it's just something that he does. He's a true crusher. He's a true crusher. And he stopped a guy that almost killed a guy. Castillejo, when Callum Smith hit Castillejo and his leg just shaked like he was having a seizure, bro, that was scary. I ain't never seen that. That dude legs shaking like that. He hit that man in his chin and his legs was shaking like that, like they have just been paralyzed or he just got in some kind of car accident. You know? Let's continue.
I remember myself without boxing, to be honest. It was just part of my life. I felt like I have to do it.
And how old were you when you first walked into a gym?
5.5. Wow. 6 maybe.
And what about you, Arthur? How old were you when you first walked to a gym?
9, 10 maybe.
So with you, it's over 20 years.
Yeah.
And with you, it's 20 years as well, nearly 20 years. Or
28 years.
Yeah, so long, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you look at Dimitri, what do you see? What kind of man do you see?
I'm watching only for how he do box, not like in life. I don't care about his life, what he doing in life, you know.
Just want to
Only,
be,
in ring, you know.
And what about you, Dimitri?
I just treat him as a good fighter, as a fighter who loves his job, and that's it.
Do you think one day that you will get another fight with Canelo? He still talks about you, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He still talks about you?
I don't know. I don't care about, to be honest, now, because I have a fight. I have a serious opponent.
A big one.
And with Canelo, this subject is close for me. But we'll see. Everything is possible.
Of course.
To be honest, yeah, but I don't want to talk about him now.
And Arthur, even though you have won all of your fights, stopped all of your opponents, is there any man that you have fought that you would like to fight again? No, all finished.
Not finished. I mean, I'm not thinking about these things.
In Riyadh, ding ding, first round. What happens in the fight, Dimitri?
I'm not Wanga or Nostradamus to say what will happen, you know. I just know I will believe in my skills, like everything, like every time. And I will come in the ring only for victory.
Arthur, first round, what happens in the ring? What happens once we start fighting?
Action start.
Action does start, yeah.
Does start. That's it.
That's it.
We'll see.
And then we'll see.
What it's going there.
You're both very good diplomats.
It's not nice for us to talk about things which you don't know.
What I'd like to do, fellas, is I know you did it before we went on, but could we shake hands for one last time before we get to Riyadh? One last time?
I don't have problems with this.
Yes, please. So that's Dmitry Bivol, that's Artur Beterbiev. It'll be the first time in the modern era that all 4 of the belts will be on the line. All 4 of the belts, one undisputed and dignified world light heavyweight champion.
All right. So that was the face-off. It was mediocre, but I mean, what would you expect from Beterbiev and Bivol? This is a highly anticipated fight. Maybe the best man win. May the best man win. Look, yeah. But you know what? Beterbiev, I've seen this man fight several fighters. I've seen him fight guys like that are quick, that are like that. And you know what? I have Beterbiev, and I want you guys, DJ Anton in the building. What's up, my brother? CP from South Wales. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, Beterbiev, I have him beating Bivol because of this reason. Beterbiev is the same guy that has lost, okay, lost to the unified heavyweight champion of the world currently, and his name is Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk beat Beterbiev twice in two separate times, in two separate, very close encounters. And understand the outcome of those fights. If you guys don't know what went down between Beterbiev and Usyk when they fought Russia versus Ukraine, Beterbiev was able to not only hurt Usyk, he was able to drop him. And despite him dropping him, he still lost on points. Now, do I call foul play? No, I don't call foul play. I just call it the dedication of someone that knows they have to keep moving forward, and that knows they have to get a job done, and that knows that they know how to rally back like Usyk does, and that's all a part of him pressuring and doing what he's supposed to do. But that was amateurs, okay? That was an amateur fight. Bivol, I think, punches a lot harder than people do give him credit for. I know people respect the record, but at the same time, they just don't understand all the other things that's added with Beterbiev. Beterbiev is just, he ain't just going to come in and get hit and punched, and he's not a Ruslan Pervandikov. He's not, Ruslan Pervandikov was like a guy, he was an action fighter, and he retired early for a reason because he took too much damage at a particular short period of time. That dude went in there with Timothy Bradley. He went in there with Lucas Matisse. He went in there with a lot of guys like that, in which his career ended very early. I don't know what the hell he's doing right now. I don't, but I know it ain't boxing. You know what I'm saying? So he took a lot of bad shots. Usyk is a master of his craft. No shame in losing to him. But the thing is, Beterbiev, dropped Usyk. Put Usyk down. Oscar Henao, hello Kurt, how's it all? Hiding in a hotel away from ex-wife. I bet you are. Shout out from Cali. I know, right? Are you still in Cali? Uh-huh. Got some friends going there January. I'm not going. I'll be working on a show. I'll be in Texas working. That's where I'm going to be, And then after the show's over, then I may do a little traveling. Okay. I got Bivol winning on points. Mark Olive. I mean, that's the safe prediction. It's not the aggressive one, nor the out of the box one. And it's really not out of the box because Beterbiev, let's say he can do things that Bivol doesn't anticipate. Understand, fighting someone like Bivol is no easy task because Bivol, his offense is pretty much his defense because the way he punches, those shots are coming so sporadically, so frequently that's what keeps him in the fight. That's what keeps you off of him. Okay? He's like, look, you remember Zurdo Ramirez. Zurdo Ramirez was a very heavy-handed fighter too. Look at the knockouts that Zurdo had when going in there with Bivol, and we seen what happened with that. Look at Joe Smith. Joe Smith was another guy. Sullen Barrera had pretty heavy hands, but they all taste the ass-whooping hands of Dimitri Bivol. So I don't get it twisted. I'm not the one that's sitting here saying that Bivol can't fight. If Bivol couldn't fight, this wouldn't even be a decision or a debate right now. It wouldn't. Kurt, who you got? Now, people asking me who you got, and everybody that asks me who do I have winning this fight has not seen the fight prediction. That's what you need to watch, the fight prediction. I thought he dropped Usyk with a body shot. He did drop Usyk with a body shot. That was the point. That's why it was close. That wasn't a landslide victory for Usyk. Usyk just was the victor in two different situations. But understand, Beterbiev was on his ass. It reminds me of this. I look at Usyk versus Beterbiev, and don't worry, we're gonna talk about this later. We're going to talk about this later because between Beterbiev and Alexander Usyk, to me, if those guys meet again, because you guys heard, well, if Usyk beats Fury, he may not even stay at heavyweight. This cat may go back down to cruiserweight. And if he goes to back down to cruiserweight, you know what's waiting for him at cruiserweight? You got a possible fight with who? You got um, Jaya Pataya's down there, right? He's down there reigning and defending. And you got Beterbiev coming up from light heavyweight because there's nowhere else that he has to go if he beats Dimitri Bivol, right? He ain't got nothing else to do at light heavyweight. It's over for him. He may fight David Benavidez, maybe, because David Benavidez is the mandatory. But who knows what David's going to do? David might fall off at 175. He may get caught with a shot that he may not like at 175. We don't know that yet. Do I want that to happen? No, I don't, before people start. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of different things that could happen. And if you think Artur Beterbiev, you think that he would pass up a fight to fight Usyk over David Benavidez, you bet he would. He would want to fight Alexander Usyk before ever fighting David Benavidez, because David Benavidez is not even a guy that's proven himself at the weight division like he did at 168, and I don't think he ever will, because it's a different beast up at 175. He ain't knocking dudes out and slapping them around like he did at 168. He ain't got that luxury because he's fighting guys his same size or bigger than him. You can't do that when, it's good weight bullying, Errol Spence. It's good doing that when you know you can whoop these guys because you're a lot bigger than them in the ring when you come in on fight night. Arturo Gatti and Joey Gamache, right? So, that's easy to do then, but you let those fighters move up and weight and fight guys their own size and see what happens. And see, won't those punches, those power punches that were thrown and landed successfully, see when they don't have the same effect on those fighters that are a lot bigger. That's what you're talking about. Now, Beterbiev, could that happen to him? Sure, it could. But a body shot to the liver will always be a body shot to the liver that can bring you down to your knees, okay? Unless Canelo grows a set and challenges Beterbiev. I don't think he wants that. He's hoping Bivol will do it because it makes his choices easier. Understand, Canelo's sitting back looking at the light heavyweight division as well. He's still looking at that division like, you know what? I'm not done with that division, but it has to sway my way. See, Canelo's looking at the light heavyweight division. It's like, you know what? I'm hoping Dimitri Bivol will beat Beterbiev, because if Beterbiev beats Bivol, then everybody's going to expect me. That's another option that could happen. For one, Bivol don't have no more belts, so it won't really be a mandatory to fight him, and he has nothing to gain at light heavyweight except the inevitable. What's the inevitable? Fight the guy that beat Bivol. He could fight Beterbiev if he wanted to. That's if the fight happens, but Beterbiev don't really care because Canelo has nothing to offer unless it's just getting stinking rich. That's the only way. Who would win in a fight, Bill Cosby or Morgan Freeman? I have to go with Morgan Freeman because Bill Cosby's eyes jacked up. He can't really see out of one eye. I want to fight you with fists. Okay. What's your favorite Fortnite character? I don't play Fortnite. So a smaller man than Fury dropped Usyk. That's correct. This is correct. This is absolutely correct. Usyk got dropped by a body shot by him, and it was a legal shot, and Beterbiev brought that man down. So he's probably dropped. He don't play, bro. Those guys were in the same weight class. Bivol doesn't strike me. Beterbiev doesn't strike me as a guy that is money hungry. No, I think he has everything he wants. You see how this guy dresses back home? He dresses like a Mormon. He dresses like he's Amish. I know he's Muslim, but he dresses like those type. You think guys like that really cares? I mean, he probably got some nice stuff. He went to Riyadh in a pretty nice suit, right? But he don't dress like that all the time. This dude dresses with, damn schoolboy pants, like church pants on, and probably some boots and a white white old school college or town shirt with a button up. That dude ain't spending money like that. He got a bunch of money just piled up somewhere. Kirk Martin McCauley versus Prime Alexander Povetkin would be a war. Yeah, as long as it lasts. It sure would. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, not everybody can be like Triple G. But let me tell you guys about Triple G for a minute. All right? Check this out. Triple G. Think about Triple G's think about him as a person. All right? What did Triple G do when coming to the top? When he beat David Lemieux, he became an athlete that started getting endorsed. He started getting endorsements. He started getting endorsements for like he signed with Air Jordan. And when he signed with him, he was making a little bread. And I think what started happening, he started tasting the glamour, started kind of smelling himself. That's how him and Abel Sanchez fell out. He fell out with Abel Sanchez because he signed a contract with the Zone. If you guys can remember, that's why they it wasn't because Abel Sanchez instructed him wrong or they fell out. No, they fell out because Gennady Golovkin made too much money and he didn't want to pay the 10% of that particular amount of money that he been blessed with to Abel Sanchez. So he picked up all the shit and he left. That's what happened. Zhang versus Bakali really fighting on the undercard. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. It's rumored right now, but it's a good rumor. It's a popular rumor. Man, I need to get out of bed, man. Who would win in a? We already got that. Kurt, do you think Beterbiev would beat Jayapataya if they fought? I mean, understand that's not this coming weekend. That's in another time frame. We don't know how and what'll happen in this fight. So it's kind of hard to say. It's actually impossible to say because you have to remember Beterbiev is a fighter that, he has to take fight by fight basis. When anytime you get that age, you have to evaluate how you felt. Honestly, they ain't going to tell you about it, but you and your team got to sit down and have a serious conversation like, hey, how did you feel in the 5th round? How did you feel in the 8th round? How did you feel when this happened? How did you feel when that happened? You have to make an honest evaluation on everything concerning you physically. Even mentally, like, hey, how do you feel about it? Did you feel excited for the fight? Did you feel like, man, this is the same old? Because a lot of it is mental too. A lot of times it ain't even the fact that you physically can't do something. It's mentally you don't really want to do it. You think Canelo Alvarez just used to come around and bob and weave and slip, dip, dodge and duck, you know what I mean? And all that. Do you think that was physical? I don't think it was physical. I think it was mental. He just didn't really want to do it no more. You know what I mean? A lot of times, because the enthusiasm of a blocking shots or disciplining yourself, a lot of times that discipline goes out of the window, especially based on the amount of money you make. Who wins Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua now? I don't know who wins between AJ and Jarrell Miller. I can tell you this. I would like to see the fight. The fight is in high demand. I don't care what AJ says. That fight is in high demand. Absolutely. But Beterbiev, back to him. Uh Beterbiev, I think he has an evaluation ahead of him, and he has a fight on his hands this weekend. And I can't wait to see it. And I hope all you guys are there. I hope all you guys are there and we are able to watch a great fight. And I hope the best man wins. And I hope, see, this is what I also hope for. And I hope you guys want the same too. I don't want a fight to go a certain way based on something that we didn't anticipate. What I mean by that is, I hope everything goes to plan based on the man being the best man, not because Beterbiev hurt his knee in the third round, or you know what I'm saying, or some kind of injury that deters him from doing what he normally does. That's all I hope for. You know, if Bivol is that good and he's better, he's able to just pat 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 and put it to Beterbiev like that. That's one thing. But if Beterbiev hurts himself or you got some kind of injury, or on both sides, and I mentioned Beterbiev because he does have an injury already. You know, he says I will be there unless I'm taken prisoner again. You probably talking about your wife. Yeah, you got a savage wife, dude. She ain't playing with you. You know, you may be playing, but she ain't. You may be playing, but she ain't playing. If she put you under abduction, yeah, that means, you know, quedar en tu casa ahora, pero tú no vas a salir nadie. um, por nada. Have you locked up? Of course. Yeah, of course I am. Yep. Yeah, man. You around here in Cali and all that stuff. Yep. Cali running around. You know you doing something sneaky when you got a tiptoe to do it. What did I miss? Oh, Isaac, man, you missed the whole face-off. I mean, the whole face-off between Beterbiev and Bivol. Beterbiev was probably the funniest. I think he won the face-off just based on his personality. You know, Beterbiev, though, you know, he just looks, you know, you can tell him he's just like kind of, you know, looking, where Bivol's just like, no, I don't like this thing of fight stuff, and I just have to do it for a job. So that's pretty much it. I'm taking away from my happy place. You know, Oscar, you live up in Cali, Colombia. You live it up in Cali, Colombia? Yeah, you know he is. Y'all, you know he is. You bet he is. Down there in Colombia. Hearing them girls say, papacito. We say papacito. Todos los hombres. Papacito. You know? So crazy the difference of, what time does to certain places. You could never talk about going to Cali, Colombia? Cali? Colombia in go there in 1989 and see what happens. Go there in 87. I live in Bucharest, pero me fui, bye. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Me fui. All right, yeah. All right, you were there. Cool. Who would you who would you Beterbiev have to win to be pound for pound number one? Pa aquí por mi divorcio. Oh, you leaving. Estás separado de tu esposa. Okay. Kurt, you're gonna try Undisputed, the new boxing game, which will launch in 11 minutes. No, I'm going to pick it up myself. I'm going to pick it up. Damn, really? Was Cali that dangerous? Yes, man. That's where Pablo was at. The Cali cartel. That's where the cartel was at, in Cali, Colombia. Kurt, I really can't believe you speak Spanish. You look full American, because I am full American. Da, 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 da. Kurt, yeah, man. Yeah, man, Undisputed. I thought it was, wait, so it's today's the 8th? I thought it came out on the 12th or the 11th. Typing error. Sorry. Who would Beterbiev have to win to be number one? I know what you meant. I know what you meant. And well, for start, he should be Bivol. And if anybody then wanted to jump on the bandwagon, which here's the problem. The problem is Bivol didn't get his flowers for beating Canelo, and he should have. Canelo was on the pound for pound list as the number one pound for pound at one time until he got beat by Bivol. And when he got beat by Bivol, and I think it was part of the prejudice or the issues at the time. I think Bivol didn't get his flowers. He didn't even get his money. They took him forever to get his money because they wanted to boycott him. So I think what happened was, this is what I think happened to Bivol. Because of that damn war over there, Bivol, because he's from Russia, he didn't get his flowers for beating Canelo. And because he didn't, because of the war, they didn't pay this man on time. On top of that, right? On top of that, it's like, hey, you didn't want to pay it, but at the same time, you didn't get the accolades either because you didn't want to pay him. Then you didn't get the accolades. That was Medellin. No, but they had a Cali cartel too. And I think they took over after the Medellin cartel. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen Narcos. I remember Narcos. Yes, the same time there was literal cars attached with bombs on the streets in Cali. It was very dangerous times. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was just stupid. Drogas demasiados. Bivol is great, but Beterbiev is 100% KO ratio. Tough fight to call. Can you see Turkey making Usyk versus Beterbiev before Dubois if Beterbiev wins? I don't know. It depends on Usyk. If Usyk wants to leave the division, what can Turkey do? He can't do anything about it. But he can. He'll set that fight up. You got one guy that's about to be 38, and then you got a guy that's 39. In fact, Beterbiev is a year and 3 days older than Alexander Usyk. Because his birthday's on the 21st of January. And Usyk, of course, shares a birthday with, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. I believe that's right. Let's see, because I don't want to lead you guys astray. Artur Beterbiev. Okay, his birthday is January 21st, 1985. It's like I tell you. So, boom, there you go. No, it's not the 19th, it's January 21st. And he's already 39. So, no, he's 39. He's 37. No, so he's 2 years older than Usyk. I'm sorry. Usyk beats Dubois. Or even after this rematch against Fury, Usyk will get his opponent. Well, Usyk just knows how to beat people, man. Because, I mean, it's as far as Dubois goes. If Dubois made up his mind to fight him, if he would have been paying attention to how Derek Chisora did it, he would have had a better outcome. Just go in there and beat Usyk up. Don't let him outthink you. Don't let him outwork you at times. Don't let him beat you to the punch. Don't let him use the ring. You just fight Usyk tooth and nail to see how you come out. And by God, help you if you ever get tired. That's all. That's the only way you beat Usyk. You go in there and you fight him. Fight him like you're mad. Fight him like you're angry. Fight him like he did something bad to you. Like you've had a personal vendetta. You have to go in there and you got to go in there and give it to him. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how Derek Chisora did it. Derek Chisora, everything was sporadic. Everything was unscripted. It was just Pain. That's what it was. Quan Big Guns, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Quan Big Guns in the building. I bet you I bet you a $500 that probably only 30 or 40 notifications went out for my live. That's how they doing me on YouTube, man. I got 35 people on out of 90,000 people. That's crazy. And that, you know, it's the algorithms, bro. Algorithms have nothing to do with notifications. So you can miss me with the algorithms. Algorithms are now, I think, controlled by shorts. Shorts are, you know, people flick and they just happen to see you. You know what I mean? That's an algorithm. You know, and that may be even better. But at the same time, Bobby Collins, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Lee Foster. No, see, you didn't get a notification. You're supposed to get notifications when people are subscribed to your channel. I don't care about algorithms. Everybody talks about this like, oh, the algorithm, oh, like it's some kind of spiritual god that's going around the internet. No. If YouTube's supposed to work like they say it does, and you guys have found interest enough to follow my channel, to notify yourself each time I do a video, especially a live video or any other video, that means that this should be at least 3,000 or 4,000 people. And that's on a minimum scale. That means enough. It should be more than that, honestly. Kurt, which fighter, in your opinion, of time would beat a Prime or to a Beterbiev? Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. at light heavyweight. Kurt, I never get notifications, and I've been subscribed from the beginning. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody gets notifications, and everybody wants to talk about, oh, people just don't find your channel interesting anymore. That's what I've been read. That's what YouTube has wrote back to me. That's what YouTube has wrote back to me. Well, maybe people are not even interested in your content. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If they're not getting notifications, how the hell do you know they're not interested in my content when you guys are not even updating what your server? Something's not happening. Instagram too doesn't put out notifications. Yeah, I mean, but this is YouTube. YouTube's been around a lot longer than Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's sad that, you know, they pick and choose when they do. I think it's sad because, you know, that takes a lot of work to bring people together to find interest in things of that nature. You know how long it took me to get 90,000 subscribers? You know how long that took? That took literally 9.5 years to get 90,000 subscribers on this channel. And come to think, the subscribers that subscribe to this channel don't get notifications. And you know something funny about that is, if you don't get notifications, what's the use of having 90,000 subscribers? It looks good, but it doesn't mean anything if you guys, the guys that subscribe to the channel, that wanted to support me, that say, hey, you know what? Let's go. You know, let's see what Kurt has to say today. Oh, what's the new video? The next video? What's happening? And you know why I know for a fact that they don't do their job, YouTube, and they're messing up, is because I have my phone, and when you post another video, if you don't see the notification pop up from another channel, because I have another channel that it goes to, and I never see notifications no more. I didn't get a notification. What's up, big bro? I'm taking Beterbiev to stop him in the 8th, and I want Jake Paul versus Wilder at 205. Yeah, that would be big. That would be cool. If Jake Paul can take Wilder's punches, he's finished. As a boxing fan, you know the comeback is always the sweetest. Yep. I think it has more to do with YouTube, what YouTube wants, rather your views want. Like, for some reason I can't explain, I believe this. Your channel isn't getting enough views and visitors because you never been to those Diddy parties. Uh Undisputed is out. Okay. Nice. I'm going to get it now. I'm about to jump off of here. Love you guys. See you on the next live because I got one coming tomorrow with Teofimo Lopez and we can discuss him and all of his stuff that he has going on. Of course, please subscribe if you haven't. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.